What's up, you guys? It's Samurai Redeemers. We got me and my man DC Gamer. DC Gamer's gonna sit here and he's gonna read his anime episode 7 where he's got going on, and we're just gonna give you guys a little informed detail what we got going on, and tell us what you think, guys. All right, go ahead, DC.
Alrighty, Season 1, Episode 7, The Mysterious Caller. While Dell ponders what this threat can entail, he heads home in deep thought, trying to find any kind of information that might explain this threat. As if things were bad enough, he gets a phone call from a mysterious caller, telling him that something is wrong with his dad. Dell rushes out of the house in a panic. The call seems to leave Dell in a state of shock. He runs into Jersey, who asks Dell what's wrong. Dell, still being in a bit of shock, tells Jersey something's wrong. Come on. So they rush off to his dad's house, but when they get there, they realize that Dell's dad is unconscious and that there's a message on the table. Upon reading the message, Dell realizes that the message is a threat on Dell's life. Dell is filled with rage and wants to find out who could have done this to his father and issue this threat. Jersey, realizing Dell is angry, calms him down and says we need to plan things out. So they head out to find out Josh, letting him know on what's going on and plan the strategy. Meanwhile, a mysterious organization group was working on a new creation and used pills, but temporary for special abilities. But things didn't go as planned. Then they came up with a thing called tech, and a second creation of sorts, and that embodied their roles for their own purposes. Meanwhile, Dell's dad regains consciousness and thinks of a plan of sorts. A man was walking out in the streets, and Dell got a call up and said, "How's your dad feeling?" "Oh, that there's someone that wants to meet you. He's nearby somewhere," the caller said, and Dell was left in thought about the person that Dell will run into, and the caller hanged up once again. Season 1, Episode 8, The Mysterious Challenge. When they set off, they run into a mysterious guy who challenges Dell to a fight. Dell accepts the challenge, and the battle begins. The battle is so intense that Dell's friends have to join in. It takes all three of them to defeat the mysterious stranger. At the end of the battle, an arrow is shot to the ground, right next to Dell and his friends. The group wonders where the arrow was shot from and why it was shot in their general direction. Unable to decipher where the shot came from, they decide to set off on their next adventure. Dell's cell phone rings, and a mysterious man tells Dell and his crew to come and meet a man named Brad Ogie, and that he wishes to have a very important meeting with him and his friends. There is an unknown group who has been plotting on Dell and his friends ever since his mom went crazy and all the strange phone calls began. But what is the reason for this plotting? The unknown group has stated that there are going to be a future government, and that there's a plan currently being carried out into motion. Suddenly, a fight breaks out. And mysterious group runs into their car, the same car that Carla saw that night, with the mysterious driver who stared at her. They drive away, exclaiming one last time that their plan is coming together. Dell and friends leave the fight and run into a teenager named Jesse. Jesse says, "You are all doomed, and the doomsday clock is drawing near, and that there's a doomsday clock is drawing near, and that there's a government's roundtable as well. Doomed, you're all doomed, I tell you. We are all doomed, I tell you." When the team left, he left Dell and his friends confused and puzzled about what he could possibly mean. So they decided to not meet up with Brad Ogie at this moment and head back to Dell's place instead of the way. On the way to Dell, they see a black car drive by. The same black car with the mysterious driver that Carla saw. So they decide to call Carla. When they call her, she tells them to meet up with her to discuss their future plans. Meanwhile, Brad Ogie was making plans, and there was empty cubes at the lab for some type of creation, and a second one called BM and clones, and a future clones of Dell and his friends to make their numbers greater and more. Plotting as they talked it over. Yeah, talked it over for a while, and it begins. Probably